Welcome back to CalCast. It finally happened. After 9 episodes spread across 4 years, we have officially Ship of Theseus ourselves from the first episode. JFL is taking a break from Terraria and voluntarily stepped away from the show for the time being. Possibly will return in the future, time will tell. In the meantime, we have a new host. I'm happy to introduce Calamity developer and lead musician, CD Music, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi, I'm CD Music. You probably have heard of me. I mean, I've only made like 9 songs, though. Actually, no, that's 10. Yeah, I mean, I've only released 8 of them, but thank you for having me on. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, hell happy to have you, because I know you were interested in the show, and obviously being another Calamity developer, you are able to provide insights, which, previously only CIT had done, but it's always good to have more perspectives.
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
Alright, so we're recording this on Sunday, which Hogwild came out on Friday. It was Thursday evening, right?
Thursday evening for some people, and then it was Friday morning for someone like me.
So we're recording this not too long after the Hogwild update came out, and of course, there was, like always, there was a disaster catastrophe right on launch day. So I guess we should probably start with that. So a lot of people, like immediately as soon as the update came out, noticed that there was like frame rate issues. You guys were able to finally track down what the cause of that was, right?
Yeah, we figured that one out immediately. That was caused by the monument. It was iterating over every single Tana PC in the world, every single frame. And it was like checking a large tile radius, like for the proximity with the monument, and that was causing severe frame drops.
Something that I'm like kind of curious is like how it managed to like slip by testing, because like I know you guys obviously test and compile the model a lot as you're doing it, and you obviously play on Worlds a lot, and like the Auric Patrons also got access to it early, and they were able to play test it as well. So like I'm just kind of curious how it managed to slip through the cracks.
Well, I can say that I was the person who made the monument, and I know that I did that, and I like created it in an empty world with very few NPCs in it. So I never really noticed any lag while I was creating it myself.
Like, it seems like a lot of the devs and our patrons by extension seem to have like actually pretty decent computers, so like we probably wouldn't be able to like catch out that kind of stuff until, you know, the public, which, I mean, who knows what kind of specs they have, but
well, I mean, their specs are obviously going to be a lot more varied, but like that is like a theory that I saw, is that like because Auric Patrons, like obviously they have like $50 of disposable income to give a Calamity update, so they probably be able to afford a higher end computer, and so they wouldn't experience the issues.
I think a lot of us were kind of like, how? Like, a lot of us were kind of like confused as to how that managed to slip through, but I mean, I'm glad we caught it as quickly as we did, because that could have been...
Yeah, for sure.
A lot worse.
Yeah.
It was like a bug fix like 36-ish hours after the update, something like that.
24, I think.
Not even a day, yeah.
It was pretty quick.
Still, not too long though, so... Moving on from that fiasco, something I'm also kind of curious about is why exactly Hogs and Swines, of all things? Like, why was that decided to be like... Or at least the main, like, marketing points.
This update, it was mainly kind of like a brainchild of, it was Triangle, Zyke, and Dia. We'll talk more about him later. It's nothing bad, but we'll mention more about him later. But they kind of came up with this idea of, like, what was going to be an April Fool's update, where we kind of, like, put some more, like, fun, jokey stuff in the mod. Because, like, let's be real, Calamity is, like, very, very serious, takes itself very seriously. So, like, I think, at least in my eyes, I think having that little bit of, like, levity and making something that's, like, a little bit more jovial and fun was definitely, like, a nice change of pace. It kind of came out of left field a little bit after we got Brainstorm out. There was discussion about it, but we didn't really go ahead with it until, like, in, like, the couple of weeks following Brainstorm. We didn't really, like, invest, like, too much thought into it, but then, like, it kind of like got off the ground and everyone was like, okay, this could be like, this is definitely viable, because we actually ended up like working on 2 updates at the same time, kind of. We'll go into more detail about the other update later, but after the absolute madness that Brainstorm was, I think this was a much needed like break and nice bit of fun for the team after something as mad as like the last 12 months have been.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Yeah.
It was originally just like a 3-person thing, and that was just the only people working on it. But then eventually other people decided to chip into it as well.
Mainly with like coding assistance and that, with like specific things. You mentioned with like the monument and the horrible hog, I believe that was mostly coded by Frieza, I think?
Yes, yeah, it was. He also made the Divine Swine.
Horrible Hog is like a mini-boss, isn't it?
Not technically a mini-boss, it's just considered a strong enemy.
Do we want to do that then? Do we just want to fight Horrible Hog on the surface?
Yeah. I'm gonna get some
Yeah, here.
sea prisons first.
Does it scale in multiplayer?
It shouldn't. It's not a boss, so it shouldn't.
Yeah, we might kill it quite quickly, but that's...
Oh, right.
Hold on.
It has to be nighttime.
No, he's right, he's...
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, he's a night-only thing.
Oh, I have wormhole potions. Join red team.
Hopefully this isn't too buggy in multiplayer, because we all know how multiplayer is.
Where is he? Is he up there? Where'd he go?
Uh-oh.
Well,
I just suddenly fly into the stratosphere. Hold up. Let me see if he went up. Is he still here?
Uh-oh. Horrible hog.
Went horribly
Where'd you
wrong.
go?
There it is.
Let him go.
Yeah, you got to see like basically nothing of it,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
no.
'cause
We
too
have
strong.
we're like way over tiered for him.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be like early pre-hard mode kind of thing, and here we are stomping it with late pre-hard mode stuff. Disgusting meat. Delicious.
Yeah, the horrible hog drops disgusting meat and laudanum.
I am kind of curious, was disgusting meat originally just meant to be like a debug item to make stuff easier?
Yes, it was.
I mean, to be blunt, it is pretty useful for that, but I just was curious if that was the main reason behind it. I guess if we're on the topic of the horrible hog, what about the horrible prefix as well? That was like a unique one that you need specifically, like the voucher from the Shady Salesman. Should probably talk about that first, actually.
Yeah, he should spawn pretty soon, considering or his spawn condition is killing the horrible hog. So
He has like a 25% chance to show up each night after you kill the horrible hog.
The stuff he sells changes based on the time of day, right? Or not time of day, the moon phase, I mean.
Yeah, some of the stuff changes based on moon phase, yeah.
his names are references to like different pigs from like media.
John Pork is one of them, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
John
I think that's a
Paul.
total name.
We couldn't not put that in. Like that had to be one of the names.
Shout out to Merp.
I believe Richard Ham specifically is a reference to Clarkson's Farm, which is a documentary show that's quite popular in the UK.
It feels like this guy is like one of the main focuses of the update, because he just has some, like, pretty much all just unique items specifically from him, and we could go through them one by one and talk about them.
Yeah, he's the central focus.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. So the concoction restores 99999 life. Yeah, that sounds legit. Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out. I'm sure this will end well. Let's see what happens.
Surely.
I'm spam clicking. It's not working. It's a quick heal. I'm pressing it.
I don't think
Wow,
I'm
great item
reliable.
needs to heal you.
I don't have much money. I need...
Ah, okay.
Hog to the
Alright,
yeah.
bone.
Alright, that makes sense. I was hearing ticking beforehand. So that makes sense. It's kind of like Necro Armor, except a bit longer.
Is Fish Stocks just a Game Boy?
Oh yeah, fish stocks. That's one of my favorite additions from this update.
View of the Fish Stocks. Amazing.
I just realized when he waves at you when you initially like turn it on.
Again, I'm just gonna like go over these one by one so you can pause the video and see what they each do, just for the sake of it.
Yeah, let me buy some bacon oil.
Yeah, sure. What's the harm?
Wait.
What's the worst that could happen?
What's the worst
Yeah.
thing that can happen?
Let me demonstrate this. Yep. And now I can't stop moving.
Whee!
Oh! Okay.
So Slime God Lord died, what was it, 2021, I think?
Except you bounce. I kind of wish that if you hit the down arrow, when you bounce, you just go higher.
Yeah. Oh, I'm flying!
Up to space we
What?
go!
Whee!
Ah!
If you're raining, you get sent into space.
Oh wait, oh my fucking... Oh my god, there's no way this is... I'm referencing what I'm thinking it is.
Alright,
Cover yourself in oil, wait for
Yeah.
it to rain.
you should really see my side because my staff of necro whatever is like those guys are just falling infinitely.
I am just flying in space with it.
I like that tooltip. Oh gosh, you spilled it all over yourself?
Oh, I'm falling
Okay.
now.
Oh no!
Right, I forgot. God damn it.
There's other stuff too. I have to like, actually, if I can get
Oh
back.
god.
I forgot this thing is bugged and you can't get rid of it, the nurse. That's
Oh, yeah.
something
Help.
for a hot fix.
There's a bit of an oversight, yeah.
The fish appear to be getting rather pissed.
Huh? You talking about the fish stocks?
Yeah.
Yeah. He gets quite upset when the stocks aren't good.
Fish stocks makes me think there's this Tumblr blog that's literally just reaction images of people in like the Dow or Nasdaq or whatever just freaking out. That's what it reminds me of. But when is someone gonna do a challenge playthrough of just the bacon oil?
Any crazy players out there, go kill a boss with bacon oil equipped. It would be incredibly funny. I actually would love to see someone try to do that.
Give Chief Logan like a week.
I want to see what Rage Bait does. Sure this will end well. This is the trusty rod, I'm also sure this will end well. Isn't there like some tier skipping stuff you can do? Like you can spawn Providence with this, like, without killing Guardians?
Yes. It's incredibly rare though.
There's a few of those. Like, I think you can also spawn Ravager, pre-boss, low percent fams.
Yeah, low percent fans are going crazy for this one.
So it's always interesting seeing like what kind of creative ways you make a low percent more interesting besides just making this certain spawn item for this thing not locked behind something else.
I believe Escal was one of the things you could spawn with the trusty old rod. I don't know if that's still a thing though.
I do not remember that.
It spawned Escal pre-boss.
Yeah.
My god.
If I noticed that when I was reviewing it, I would have said no, please do not add that.
It was really funny though.
Well, it made for an interesting challenge at least. With the Gluttony Blender. Yeah, I've heard a good bit about this too. I am spam clicking right now.
I forget what exactly it does.
Well, most of it, well, I've been getting a lot of disgusting slop. I've gotten a couple quality slops too.
Oh yeah, you should check the tooltip.
You like it because it's good? Yeah, it's the reference to that one 4chan post, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only time we will ever willingly reference 4chan.
Well, I mean, if you ever make like a Backrooms reference in the future, then you'll be indirectly referencing 4chan then.
Backrooms is 4chan thing? That was an SCP thing.
No.
It kind of evolved, I guess devolved into an SCP thing.
I mean, they're both kind of similar in the sense of being creepypasta stuff that originated from 4chan. Yeah, I've thrown like 400 grapefruits in and gotten 122 disgusting slop and then 5 quality slop.
Yeah, it's pretty rare for, like, weaker food items.
You can extract and eat it.
It gives, like, poo, clay, gives prentice bait. I think it can even give rage bait.
Yeah. Here you go. Oh yeah, the combat voucher and the odd voucher.
I just saw I got a rage bait there. Heart of Avarice. Offer the treasure to earn, and your avarice may at last be satiated. Alright.
Yeah, it just turns ores into higher ores.
Although I'm assuming it's tier locked or whatever. You can't go too far above it.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it giving everything to you?
Oh, I'm getting stuff now.
Oh, you're gonna mean me.
Why not me? Okay.
Does it just turn things into gold?
It's giving stone too.
I'm gonna go.
Why is it preferring everyone except me? What happens if we try to put Auric ore in there?
Surely that'll go swimmingly.
Yeah, I'm sure it will end well. It doesn't let you. This is so sad.
Let me see what else he's selling tonight. The gift.
The gift. Your guide, take one. Or do I have to like physically drop it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Higgy.
Yeah, I guess he liked it then.
Yeah.
Didn't end well.
50-50 to either give them super high happiness or super low happiness.
Why offer a gift of rubbish angel statues? I tire of your jokes. Do you want business that'll be extra?
I wrote pretty much all of the vanilla NPC gift dialogue.
Seems to be like a 75% penalty to the cost.
175% cost when they're unhappy, and it's 50% when they're happy.
Then he also sells Luxor's gift, which is nice for multiplayer world, so you don't have to go world hopping or cheating other stuff in. There's the vouchers. I don't think we have the Tinkerer in this world, do we? Or do we want to fight Goblin Army, or do we want to do it legitimately, or do we not care?
Well,
That settles that, I guess.
I need to get
the
the Tinker's Workshop in here anyway, so.
I will go and make him a house,
Buy some vouchers then.
since I wouldn't like to leave him without a home.
Favor this item in your inventory to increase the likelihood. Okay, you need to favorite it. Okay, I thought it was like consumed or something. Shift right click in the inventory. Interesting. If I select guarding and tell him, reforge this, please. I need to favorite it and do it again. Okay, that's nice. It looks like it even has that little effect that it did in 1.4.5 when you get the best reforge.
And this is where you get the horrible and friendly prefixes.
For some reason the combat voucher doesn't want to... Like, the other ones list their stuff, but the combat voucher doesn't list anything.
Yeah, that's because it's changes based on the weapon, so it just gives like the best possible reforge for that specific class.
Oh, okay.
He also has a chance to give the worst one as well, I believe.
Okay, yeah, that's how it goes then. Big ass sword. Oh yeah, and also that's also something that I want to mention is that now a lot of the like special melee weapons that couldn't work before with melee speed can work now.
Yep.
So if you
Yeah, we made a bunch of the special holdout weapons, scale
So-
with melee size.
So if you allow me to do this real quick,
Oh,
and then
Oh,
oh no.
Hi.
Oh,
I just want to show off the Murasama.
oh, right, yeah.
It's not over yet, kid. Yes, it is.
yeah. I was gonna build a house for him real quick. Let me grab the wood.
Godly, don't care. There we go. Look at that. So for those who are still lamenting the loss of the big Murasama, here you go.
Only at the cost of minus 34% damage.
Is that's
Yep.
that's multiplicative, right?
Yeah, all reforge damage stuff is multiplicative.
Thought so.
Does Dragon Rage even benefit from Horrible? I don't think it.
I think it
people
does.
have reported
it does. Yeah, it
I'm
does.
fairly certain it does.
does?
Yeah, I remember seeing it,
Ah,
but I may as well show it just because.
Infernum Escal fans are gonna love this one. Everyone's favorite Sepulture Butcherer.
There we go. Look at how absolutely gargantuan it is.
Let's see. Oh my god.
Hold on, I gotta see.
This is what, like 30 tiles wide?
I can't even see it.
That is huge. Good lord. Put on something like Earth.
Oh god.
Earth, okay.
Oh, the Devil's Devastation.
I am out of money. This is so sad.
Can we get 10 likes to give this man some money?
There we go.
Money? What's that?
Yeah. There you go.
I mean, I guess
That
it's more.
is-
I guess it's more fitting for the name now, considering it's about as big as Earth.
Yep. Absolutely massive weapon.
And yeah, Devil's Devastation, horrible, can hit the entire screen.
It's like the Dungeon Guardian sword. Like if you guys remember that one super old video. I wonder if that mod's still around, and you can see what horrible does to that sword.
Yeah, I've been porting some of the really, really old mods over to current TML. I asked for Ultraconics, so yay. Anybody
God.
remember that?
Oh my god, you were the one that requested
Yes, I
Ultraconic?
requested Ultraconics.
Oh my gosh.
I unironically love that mod.
Have you played it since the port?
Not yet. Someday I'm gonna do like a thing where I just like play through old mods and maybe some new ones and kind of just like review them.
Can't wait for the Tremor episode.
if someone decides to port Tremor.
I mean, it's a piece of T-mod history, and after all, I mean, several old Calamity versions have been ported, so I assume it's probably possible.
Funny little story. I believe like there was like a couple users that had like a bet going on about whether there was going to be a new boss in 1.4.5. The bet was, I believe it's like if there wasn't a new boss in 1.4.5, they would have to resprite. I don't know if you remember Raja Rabbit.
Oh god, yeah, I remember Roger Rabbit.
And then the other user, if there was a new boss in 1.4.5, they'd have to port Tremor.
Oh god.
And I'm pretty, yeah, there was a new boss in 1.4.5, sort of. So one day we'll see one. Don't know when, but one day.
I do quite love some of the old mods. Like there's a charm to them that I like, even if
my
some of
God.
them may not be like good. There was clearly love put into quite a few of them, like, and I appreciate that for them.
Ow.
I'm guessing the new boss sprite bars, that was a 2.3 thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Would you like me to quickly grab some of the other new items that the Shady Salesman sells?
Sure.
Because we're still missing a few of those. I'll put them up here. So we have well, literally the subject of the beginning of the episode, the monument. Boop. Beautiful sprite done by Dandy, by the way.
I like the guy with the happy face on it.
You're getting so much money, he's so happy.
Are like these things on the side like tendrils, or are they... What are those?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I have no idea.
I mean, it kind of looks like it's his arms, but like his arms are like connected so far below where the shoulder would be. Also, we should probably actually say what this thing does.
Yes.
Yeah, so basically, it makes NPCs like pay more, but like reduces their happiness. I mean, the whole point of happiness is to make them pay less. So I guess it's just all upside. I guess if you don't care about your NPCs.
So if you're looking for money grinding methods, then this is probably your pick.
This also has unique happiness dialogue as well, just like the gift.
Guy's still happy from the gift I gave him earlier. Yeah, he doesn't seem too upset, or maybe they're too far away.
I don't know if it's a radius thing or.
Or no,
it's-
the gift overrides all their happiness, so that's why.
I think I'm being too old to understand this modern art.
Let me get a super dummy. Here we go. Put one down. Oh.
Amazing.
Yeah, I that was not intentional, but that is something that can happen.
I mean, you expertly demonstrated how it works.
True.
You did, yeah.
What weapon is that?
The Omni gun.
And yes, that is intentional that it can damage NPCs as well.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah.
Oops.
The Omni gun is funny because it was originally just a Sunny one-off idea. And then I think she realized, the sort of jokey, gimmicky style of the weapon design would fit well into this update, so that's why she included it in here.
The sprite was made by Poker, I believe.
So like it looks like it cycles between a bunch of different.
Yeah, the
bunch of
joke is that like it's supposed to be marketed as like 4 different weapons in one, but like all the different functionalities don't really work well with each other.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait, for continuing to talk about weapons, then we should probably talk about the other stuff as well. I guess I'll put down screen right now a lovely image made by Kiri White, the same person who made that other sprite from the last episode, the Lemonade.
Yeah, we can talk about that line first. It goes lemonade, then there's Dustrum in a bottle and Singularity. Also got reworked as part of that.
You can blow yourself up with it.
That also is a unique death message.
Let me get that Tinkerer back.
Not
in there.
recent changes.
It's a self-inflicted
There we go.
domestic arson.
Yeah, the death messages, just like the flavor tooltip, are references to Cave Johnson.
Yeah, it's interesting is that like unlike Terraria grenades, they actually do bounce off of targets and don't instantly detonate as soon as they hit something.
Yeah, the whole idea of them is like you have to charge it up to make it like time when it will explode.
Yeah, that sounds like really hard to like effectively use in combat.
It's been pretty efficiently used so far, from what I can gather. Like, people have been able to do really cool stuff with it. I believe the Supernova also received a similar gimmick.
Yeah, it did, except that it can't hurt you. You can just charge it indefinitely.
I mean, if it hurt you, then I think it would just, it'd always just kill you.
It reminds me of Pumpkin Boom. Elephant Killer. Let's see.
It's a rogue weapon, and it is also, I believe, it's the drop when you kill the Shady Salesman.
But it only drops in hard mode.
Stealth strikes fire a spectral elephant.
Yeah, just like hold left click to build up stealth, and then
Do I need stealth armor?
no, it builds up stealth by itself, I believe. Actually, you might need stealth armor.
It reworks how stealth works, but you still do need to have stealth armor for it.
Yes.
Yeah, so okay, so like left click charges it up, and then right click actually shoots it. With recoil as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you don't have any stealth, then you can't fire it. And it'll just do the left click if you try to right click. Surprised you didn't go with that one elephant kite meme, if you know what I'm talking about.
I think when it was originally being worked on, it was just like a straight up just an elephant PNG.
Literally just a photorealistic elephant.
Yeah, but then we decided it would be better if it was like a sprite. I believe it was a sprite made by Triangle, and if you shoot the elephant, it'll recoil off the elephant and it'll hit its with the right click. It'll guarantee hitting enemies, and it'll do more damage as well.
Yeah, this is the frozen cube. This is the new ice shrine item.
I think this was another one of my favorite things this update.
It was also part of a game-breaking bug with Relic of Resilience.
Wasn't it able to deal like basically integer limit damage, like because of a bug?
Yeah, basically what was happening is Frozen Cube, it reduces your defense when you equip it, and Relic of Resilience gives you a defense floor while you're using it. And so when you combine them, it would just infinitely reduce your defense over and over, and that would like cause the damage of the debuff to just scale forever.
The other new item is the sandwich. Which is that? Is it like? I feel like it vaguely resembles like the really bad like Krabby Patty that they made in SpongeBob for the health inspector.
Yeah, I think the sprite and the buff sprite are both references to that one episode, the health inspector.
Yeah.
Minor reductions to all stats, and more damage for the alcohols you have.
Yeah, and it gives you more alcohol slots.
Yeah, it lets you drink 2 more alcohols than normal, so you can like pento wield.
I forget if it takes up its own slots of alcohol.
No, it's not an alcohol.
There's the V8 engine and the V8000 engine.
They grant dashes while mounted, I believe. Those are pretty old, actually.
Grants a dash with a long cooldown that works while mounted. Whoa. Look at that blazing velocity.
The V8000 is more crazy one.
Whoa.
Riveting gameplay.
Maybe I'm just not using it. Like, does it go based off of like the speed of the mount that you're using, and that's why it's so slow for me because I'm using a slow mount?
I believe so. Let me see. For example, let me get on the witch's brew. Yeah, here we go. There you go. Yeah, this is V8000 specifically.
How do you get these things? Are they sold by the Shady Salesman, or are there some other way to get them?
I believe they're craftable, right?
Yeah, I believe the V8 engine is post 2 mech, and V8000 is post poltergeist.
You need adamantite, and then ruinous souls for the V8000.
There's also some other weapon reworks that happened this update. The Sea Dragon line got some love courtesy of Sunny, and it's probably one of my favorite things this update.
Yep, they're no longer just rapid fire bullet.
Yep. Then you go.
Okay, so there's Megalodon.
And then last but not least,
I have Void Dragon, so now post-game Ranger is like finally actually good for once.
Yeah, I believe in testing I was seeing it peak at without even adrenaline. I remember seeing it peak at
I need to have more.
600,000 damage or 600,000 DPS.
Gets its own death ray. That's nice.
Yeah.
Is it disabling regen? Because because that dummy's health just keeps going down without healing.
Because of it inflicts a debuff.
So you can actually kill super dummies with this then?
Yes.
yeah, inflicts demonic flames.
Void Dragon's been easily been one of my favorite reworks this update.
Yeah, it really needed it. It's happy to see Ranger finally get some of that, post-game love.
That was the culmination of many months of work from Sunny.
Oh, good job, Sonny. You finally made post-game Ranger good.
I guess it would be good to bring up the changes to Mage in 2.2, because there was some pretty significant changes.
Yeah, because I feel like that would be one of the things that's more contentious.
Yes.
Because if you just go to the changelogs and look at the wiki, look under the mage weapons, it's just like this weapon costs more mana now, so does this weapon, so this other weapon, and it's easy to think that it got nerfed into the ground or something, but it's never that simple.
No. The intention with the mage changes this update is to actually make mana a more involved mechanic. If we're being completely honest, and especially towards endgame, mana became such a non-issue for mages that mana sickness would it would just be kind of like a nuisance more than an actual problem.
Yeah, especially once you get ethereal talisman, you can just hold left click and completely forget about everything.
There's a couple mage accessories that got reworked. There was Flesh Totem, specifically, or most notably at least, Flesh Totem and Moonstone Crown, and also Feather Crown. Both of all those got some reworks that have been big help for mages, especially
for sure.
Towards endgame.
Feather Crown, it summons feathers around you that give magic stats and make your attacks inflict static discharge. But if you run out of mana, the feathers go away. And then Moonstone Crown's the same thing, but it's stronger, summons little lunar sigils.
I believe you get it at post Moonlord, I believe?
Yeah, it's the same tier as before. And then Flesh Totem, it summons a little totem above your head. When you inflict magic damage, the mana you use gets stored in the totem, and it releases pulses that restore mana.
Yeah. And it releases a bunch of little things when you take damage.
I need a mage weapon to test this on. What would you recommend as a good one to see these effects?
One with good big mana cost. One that comes to mind straight away is Phantasmal Fury, I think, because that one usually costs quite a lot of mana.
There, that one. Flesh Totem appears to be charging above my head.
The little moons circle around you. If you run out of mana, they break.
Yeah, you can see them slowly regenerating around me.
Frequency of the pulses scales based on how much mana is in the totem.
If I were to say run out of mana. Yep, then they all break. You can hear that shattering sound effect.
Yes. And
if you take
lose your
damage.
damage boost. Yeah. Good lord. You lose the damage boost that the moons or feathers give you, so it's it encourages better management of your mana. Sunny intends on doing a lot more to mage.
I think this isn't really a rework, but the Dimensional Soul artifact is was first of all buffed. It's now a 1.3 times multiplier, which is absolutely ridiculous, and also renamed to Crushing Ego. I think 1.3 times is kind of ridiculous, honestly. Was this done just because no one was using old Dimensional Soul artifact, or?
I don't remember. I think Doze buffed it. You have to ask him.
Because yeah, it's 1.3 times is ridiculous for one accessory slot, even with that penalty.
Fully leading into the glass cannon, I guess.
There's IV Drip on the rocks, that was reworked as well. So the old way it used to work is it basically just used to be a copy of Old Fashioned, where it would be a 25% multiplicative buff for non-weapon damage sources, but now you can use it as a way to get 2 of any buff you want.
Yeah, you can use it to stack alcohols.
You can do that with cinnamon rolls, I guess.
Tank builds be eating good, because I believe you can double stack Everclear.
Come on and slam!
Welcome to the jam.
Yep. I guess we could talk about just generally the Ambrosia line got nerfed a bit, didn't it?
Oh yeah, it deserved it.
Yeah, it definitely did. It's Ambrosia was such a centralizing accessory that was so good in so many situations. It was a staple of any build that wasn't a no-hitter build. It was +2 to +5, wasn't it? Now it's +1 to +3.
And yeah, the new effect is simpler, and I mean, it's a lot easier to understand how it works, I'd say.
Less busted than it was previously.
Okay, are we done talking about items then, and we can talk about some of the other changes then? Because
Yep, I think it's about everything.
45 minutes ago, you were talking about Dia, and that reminded me of the Yharon Resprite and how it's still been an absolute never-ending nightmare for the team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, how many times has it been, like, announced and then scrapped at this point? Like, we must have been, like, 20 freaking Yharon Resprites in by this point, so, like, why is the Yharon Resprite specifically so impossible for anyone to complete?
One problem is just how big the sprite is. That's like
It's-
the number one problem.
I don't remember there being this, like, it being this much of an issue for Leviathan when she was resprited.
It's also the level of detail, and animating wings specifically is like significantly more complicated than like animating, like legs and jaw moving. Like I still don't know how the hell IBAN and Nitro did that back in the day. So like kudos to them, but I guess just to be open with everyone, Dia departed the team in April, I believe.
Dia was the one who was working on the Yharon Resprite, by the way.
Yes. He left on good terms, but it was like he cited like motivation problems and that. So we wish him best on like whatever he does next. I know he's absolutely killing it on the Yomi Hustle scene. So
The animations that he had been doing for Yomi Hustle is like ridiculously good.
oh no, absolutely.
So
Ever since he left, we kind of like we've been in a bit of a conundrum with Yharon, mainly with the notion that a lot of the artists, like a lot of the art team, is quite intimidated by the current sprite and the scale and like level of detail.
you basically need an entire ass artist to just dedicate themselves to doing that, and there's already a lot that needs to be reworked and resprited in this mod already.
Yes.
So yeah,
I think somebody put the Yharon sprite next to the Heart Devourer of Gods, and it was basically like the same width.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, that just shows like how big the sprite is.
Yeah, and like the thing with the Devourer of Gods thing is it doesn't really need to be sprited all that much. Maybe have the mandibles move, but like you don't need super ridiculous complex animations for something like the Devourer, but you absolutely would to have Yharon's wings flapping, for example.
Yes.
Yeah, like the mandibles on Dog could just be animated with code, but Yharon with like the wings would be animated, and that's a massive hassle.
Something that I've heard proposed, but I don't know if that's like, if the team actually wants to do it. Take some of the Patreon money and hire a professional artist instead of everyone just being intimidating and being intimidated over it and like it never getting done. Do you guys think that that's like a realistic possibility of actually happening, or?
wasn't Dia paid a chunk of money to work on it?
Yeah, yes, he was.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
And as for the professional animator thing, I think it's been thrown around a couple of times, but there's never been any serious discussion about it, as far as I'm
No.
aware.
And I assume there probably won't be until it's time to actually start focusing on Yharon.
Probably not
Yeah,
now.
probably.
I don't know. It's just people are very curious about it, and so I'm kind of just asking like on their behalf.
While Yharon isn't in our immediate plans, like we are like very aware of like people's level of interest in him. We'll get there eventually, but at the moment he's like not really a focus, but he is very much in like the back of our minds.
This is also a product of like the 2018 era. I love Zigums for designing all of these amazing like bosses, but some of them are enormous,
Oh yeah.
and it's an enormous task to do a large boss like that, especially like animating it.
Was Zigums like the OG like spriter for most of Calamity's old bosses, or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Zigums I think joined the team like way back in maybe even late 2017. I don't remember if it was like late 2017 or even like during the forum eras. Zigums was one of the original like boss spiders of the mod. Zigums is the one that has that unique, noisy, chunky sprites that you've seen through the old Leviathan and even current in the mod right now, Yharon. Fantastic artist, extremely talented, but yeah, it's a product of the era back then, and I know Zigums has improved since then, but the size of the sprites that he had done and planned, it's a lot to have to deal with.
It's kind of become just a nightmare, just haunting Calamity. It's just these big ass sprites that, no offense to Zigums, but I mean they are fairly dated.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like I don't think Zigums even like predicted this, so it's not
No.
Zigums' fault.
You mean like predicted the popularity of Calamity?
Popularity of Calamity and also just like the large sprites and all that. Zigums was a very passionate artist.
For sure, yeah. Thinking about like the size of sprites, like don't even get me started on how big like Andromeda would have been when that was a
yes.
thing. Good lord.
Not to I'm always trashing on Fabsol, but Fabsol I shouldn't.
All offense to Fapsol.
Fabsol was the one that basically, like, Zigams had a lot of really cool ideas, and Fabsol was just constantly being like, no, can't do that, can't do that. And I think it was probably a good idea to say no and decide against Andromeda, because having a boss of that size in Terraria would have been a bit of an issue.
For sure, yeah.
There's a reason you don't have bosses that are larger than Moonlord.
Do you remember O Lord?
Oh Lord?
Oh Lord, I don't know what mod it's from. Someone in the comments can probably pick it out, but it was this old boss from like this ancient mod back in like the 1.3 days, where like the sprite was like literally so big, it was like top of the screen and then like the sides of the screen as well.
Oh
It was
god.
like huge. It was like basically like the arena was the boss. It was kind of crazy. I don't know if like anyone remembers that. I know I do.
I don't remember it. I should. It's 1.3. That had to have been like, what, 2018?
And I didn't get into Monetary until like late 2019, so...
Yeah, you got a bunch of T-mod unks.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of like bosses as well, we should probably talk about Providence.
What's up with Providence?
I mean, yeah, the thing is that it's just kind of hard to show in the video.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess I could do what I did earlier, show like some footage of me on screen just fighting her.
Yeah.
As we like overlay commentary about it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So the Providence's main change this update is the Holy Inferno. You know how she basically had that anti-run god with
Border?
the Holy Inferno border? Yes. So the way it moves is now changed. It now moves around depending on Providence's cocoon phases. So when she enters a cocoon phase, that is now the position of the Holy Inferno. So it's like almost like a moving arena in a way.
Like it just stays still at the point that she started the cocoon, and then just sits there until the next cocoon,
Yes.
instead of moving based on her own position.
Yeah. Which I think fixes a lot of her jank. The globs also got changed. Thank God, I hated them. They're no longer just an arena hazard. They're like, I believe the fireballs that like omit them is now they now just like shoot them up in the air, I think.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
last a shorter time.
Yes. As someone who like tested, probably was already one of the mod's like better bosses, considering, I mean, again, that's not a very high bar.
In my personal opinion, Providence is the best boss in the mod. Sorry, Dose, but I just like Providence more. New Dog is still very good though, and I appreciate you reworking him. Thank you. Love you.
Yeah.
It's one of the better Fabsolian bosses, we'll just say that.
For being based on the Ice Queen, that was quite a lot. She does.
Like, even though, yeah, technically she is Ice Queen AI, she really doesn't feel like it, in my opinion. I think she definitely, like, uses it well and doesn't feel like just a copy of a vanilla boss.
Yeah.
Like say, the biomimics feel like,
Or the Core AI with Cygnus.
yeah.
I will keep joking about that
Cygnus
later.
is reworked.
Yeah.
And
One day.
Slime Gods.
One of these days.
Nope. One day.
Poker's been doing his part. That's for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, that's for
Oh,
sure.
definitely, yeah. Oh my god.
Someone overlaid the amazing poker animation that's public so far.
Yes. I believe it's based on an old Nitro design from like
It is.
ages ago. Dude, the design still looks so good.
Yeah.
It's so simple, but it's like so effective. It's one of my favorite designs to come from that era.
Do you think that Cygnus's rework and resprite is going to come with the distortion update, or do you want to do it earlier than that?
I think it's fully possible for it to come out before distortion.
Because I know distortion is like a very long ways away, probably at least like 3 major updates from now. It just seems like something weird to just permanently have on the shelf until then. Will he still be based in hell, or?
I'm sure you could probably summon it anywhere. It's hard to say right now.
We'll work it out when we get there. Speaking of new boss resprites, Desert Scourge.
Oh yeah.
Literally like the lizard in the room.
So like something that they announced that wouldn't be in 2.2 but will be in 2.3, so the update that comes after this one, is Desert Scourge finally getting reworked, and I assume the goal with this rework is to add a second boss to the list of bosses that will probably never be reworked ever again, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The point of any rework at this point should be to be final and to not be get stuck in the rework cycle.
Yeah, because as they tended to be under Fabsol.
Because I mean, at some point the mod has to be finished, you know, right?
Yeah.
It's like Sisyphus after a while, just like seeing them get reworked over and over again, but never improve. But yeah, finally we're moving past that and seeing these reworks finally get their final iterations.
With like reworks, just in general, I've talked about this in a couple spaces, but like the perception of the word rework definitely was warped a lot under the old regime.
Yeah, Fapsol had a very, very nasty habit of calling everything a rework, even if it was just a minor tweak to the fight. Like, for example, a lot of people think that Dog has been reworked a lot of times. No, he hasn't. Like, Dog is been very static and very similar to how he's always has been for the past, like, 7-8 years, something like that. I don't know. Dog, before Brainstorm, Dog had always felt like he was the exact same boss for ever since I started playing the mod, which is like early 2020. But like, part of the reason that people think Dog has gotten so many reworks is because Fapsol would always say reworked this aspect of the fight instead of just saying changed this part of the fight. Because I assume not everyone plays through every Calamity version every time it updates. And so they see the word rework and assume that he actually has been reworked when he hasn't been. It's still basically the same thing. Dog has not actually been reworked in about 15 centuries before Brainstorm.
What he was doing was more so just like, you could just call them tweaks more than like reworks.
They were absolutely just tweaks. There were no major... I don't think he ever did like a major rework since implementing the bosses.
Except for Profane Guardians.
Well, except Guardians.
I mean, Dog definitely had gotten some changes before. Like, I mean, he definitely did not behave the same like he did in 1.0. Like,
True, yeah.
Like summoning multiple versions of himself like that.
Like, there was a point where Fab was, like, implemented the bosses and, like, did improve somewhat on his code base for the bosses, but then after a certain point kind of hit a plateau, it feels like.
Yeah, being honest, he plateaued pretty hard until, like, the last, like, year or two, when he actually started deviating a bit more. This is the only time I'll ever give him props, but like Profane Guardians was definitely probably his best boss, probably.
Yeah, I would say that too. Maybe
Providence.
Maybe Providence, and as contested as it is, Ceaseless Void.
That's a controversial one.
Ceaseless Void is like such a strange boss because like it's like the most unique boss in Calamity. I feel pretty confident in saying that, but it is just so hated by so many people. But like, I think part of the reason just comes down to the fact that it's so not obvious what you're supposed to do, and so people just do what comes naturally, i.e., run away, and then they get mauled because that's what Void punishes you for running away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I floated the idea by Doze of like maybe giving Void a border like Providence has, just to give like some hints that hey, you shouldn't be trying to run away.
Yeah, I've heard him say that before.
Yeah.
I think he posted some progress on that. I don't know where it is right now.
I just think the main thing with Void is he just needs like a bit better presentation of what you're supposed to actually do.
Yeah, Fabsol was
I agree.
notorious for like not allowing the person fighting the boss to like read and understand what's going on. Supreme Calamity is like the most intuitive one, that's for sure. Maybe not in like the old versions where she had like that
The hit cap.
the hit cap, yeah.
Yeah, just like going back to the point about like reworks, like going forward, like
Yeah.
any significant reworks that we do going forward, chances are those are going to be final. Like we're not like with Brain, like just to give a quick example with Brain, like that rework is final, and whatever he's gonna get going forward is just gonna be like little like tuning it and like making like little tweaks to improve it based on feedback, because that's what Biggie's been doing had been doing bit by bit after Brainstorm, and we think the fight's in a pretty good spot now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is nice seeing like historically one of the worst bosses, not just in Calamity but just in Vanilla too, finally getting like being made into something good.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It's just nice to see it, and also I think also signifies like the regime change, like in Calamity finally going in the right direction.
For sure. Going back to Desert Scourge for a moment, with the redesign that it's receiving, it was made courtesy of Tobias and Triangle. I think they did an amazing job. It still like harkens back to its worm roots, but it deviates enough from it to where it's like now it's more of its own thing, kind of has its own appeal because it's not just a worm anymore. But it's still like kind of wormish in nature, but it's more like, would you call it like a pseudo worm?
This would also bring down like Calamity's worm boss count from 5 full worm bosses with 2 half worm bosses to 4 full worm bosses and then 3 half worms.
Doesn't even behave much like a worm boss, at least from my initial impression of it.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the definition of like worm behavior is just moves towards the player. in
Yeah,
a
that's true,
straight
yeah.
line.
Yeah, the most it does that's like similar to a worm is literally just like the fact its body is segmented. but it's actually it's segmented, but it's also, I believe it was a Doge system. Like Doge created a system where it's based on primitives, I believe.
That's how it's drawn.
It's drawn using primitives, which is the primitive system. Like actually talking about primitives, I believe the primitive system was redone by Syrup or Jasper recently.
Because the old one kind of sucked.
It was pretty bad, yeah. And it's been an absolute godsend.
Primitives is just the way that segments are animated, right?
Yeah.
That's something that I see a lot in Star of Providence. Certain bosses are animated that way.
It's difficult to. I couldn't explain it for the life of me. I feel like Shark would probably be the most qualified.
Even me, honestly.
Yeah, it's a difficult system to explain, but it just allows things to morph in a more interesting way. Because like we literally call it like Bendy Scourge in development.
I think I see what you mean. Do you mean like how like a sprite is like cut up so that it can like the individual pieces can be animated or something like that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense then. Because I was just trying to think of primitive usually means like indivisible, as in you can't get simpler.
Yeah, I can give you a great example of it. Let me see if I can find it. Of Star of Providence has a great example of it.
I like how I'm still rocking a freaking enchanted sword because I just have no idea what else I should be using.
Old Lord's Claymore and the Oathblade, I believe. Those have a really cool synergy. I've talked about Blade Crest and Old Lord's Claymore's synergy at length because I just think it's like one of the coolest. Like, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it's one of my favorite like weapon synergies of free hard mode. It has such a cool.
Oh yeah, it was absolutely intentional.
Yeah, it's such a cool like pairing.
It's supposed to be like a teaser into how the upgrades work.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Now that I think about it, yeah, that's true.
I mentioned it in some capacity, but I think it would be really nice if like moving forward, if For the Worthy / Malice was taken a bit more seriously, instead of being like regarded as a joke difficulty because there's already another joke difficulty in Get Fixed Boy. I think it would be nice if like future reworks for bosses also like included reasonably hard but still fair reworks for whatever boss is being reworked. I don't really think Calamity needs multiple joke difficulties. And also because I think Malice Dog kind of showed what a Malice rework could be. It's like something that's really hard but still fair, sort of like Masochist mode from Fargo's. What would you think about that, or would you just think it's too much work?
Some developers don't like the idea of secret seeds. On the other hand, I think it's not unreasonable to like have bosses have more substantial Malice changes. I think I remember there was discussion at one point to make Enraged Providence be Malice Providence. Instead of it like being a sort of Enrage, it's just the Malice fight, and that's it. That's the only way you can access it.
Was that talked about the other day? Because I know we were all fighting Nighttime Provi, well, not Nighttime Provi, it's not Nighttime, it's Enraged Provi.
In an Auric Patreon VC, we were talking about it, because we were all like fighting Enraged Providence together.
Yeah. I think we all came up with did we come up with a kind of like a new name for it? It's not official, but it's like kind of, we just started calling it, was it Perfected Provi?
I know we did come up with a name for it. I don't remember what we said.
Iridescent Providence or something? I don't know.
Was it Perfected Rage?
Or was it just Her Perfect Fury, which is what's already on the tooltip?
True.
I just think it would be nice if there was, by default, like a very hard mode in Calamity that was still possible and fair. Because, like, that's kind of why I liked Old Malice, because I thought Old Malice was, like, mostly fair, even though it wasn't at times, but, like, it was still something, like, very challenging that, like, a person could reasonably complete if they had the dedication. But, like, at the moment, I just don't feel like Calamity really has a mode that embodies that very much.
I feel like if you wanted to do a harder mode, we should probably focus on Death and Revengeance themselves instead of adding an extra one. That's just my argument, because that was the big argument in old Dev, was the fact that DevSol just kept adding difficulty mode after difficulty mode after difficulty mode without cleaning up Revengeance or Death mode.
I guess that's true, now that you mention it. That was like one of the arguments against Malice, is that like because Death is already not that distinct from Revengeance, why are you making another even harder one?
A lot of the AI of Death versus Revengeance were just tweaks. Like, we were just talking about this earlier, that a lot of what FabSol did, at least for boss quote-unquote reworks, was just tweaks, and it was kind of just a tweak on top of Death being a tweak-ish version of, like, Revengeance.
That's a fair argument, then. So, like, maybe, I guess it would be more reasonable to, like, just have Death be, like, a good bit, like, noticeably harder than Revengeance. Because like, I feel like Dog kinda did that pretty well. Like, the difference between Revengeance Dog and Death Dog is pretty significant, I would say. Like, Death does feel a lot more aggressive.
I've personally wanted us to try and give Rev and Death more proper distinction. They currently aren't very distinct, like they are ultimately very, very similar to each other. I feel like before we even like think about like potentially making Malice it's more of its own thing, we should focus on making Rev and Death more distinct from each other.
The main reason I was just suggesting it, like, as the boss reworks come out is just because, like, so it's not like a monolithic wall, like, once you finish all the boss reworks, and it's like, okay, well, now redo all their AIs again, except in Malice.
Oh yeah, I get it. In the topic list, you had the new songs in the topic list as well, right? With the new songs that we're planning on dropping over the coming weeks, the two that announced with that being Fragility and Hostility, they were songs that were going to originally be part of the Song Can See overhaul. I'm not gonna say what they specifically were because you'll find out when the songs drop. Because we've shelved, not like cancelled, but like shelved the Song Can See overhaul for the foreseeable future, we couldn't really come up with another way to fit them into the timeline, so they weren't just like, you know, sat rotting for a year or something. So this was like pretty much the best way we could like fit them in. I know it wasn't announced in the newsletter because it wasn't finished at the time, but Boss Rush Tier 2 Encore, I recently completed it, pretty much. The mix is ready, the song is basically ready to go, just needs the video.
In your opinion, your finest work?
Yes, absolutely. I've worked on Tier 2 Encore over the course of the last, I believe, 15 months. I checked the project file creation date. It was the 27th of March, 2025, when I created the Tier 2 Encore project file. Tier 2 Encore had a lot of love poured into it. It was, I would dare I say, it kind of got almost like scope crept, because it's the longest song also the longest song I have made for Calamity so far. The full render currently clocks in at 8 minutes and 19 seconds, which is longer than Trial of the Insane by nearly a whole minute, which is a little ridiculous, but you know, why not? It was kind of stressful to work on because I felt like I had to live up to a standard that I'd set for myself, because I felt like I was like working with something that had a lot of potential, so I wanted to make sure I could bring the best out of it. It took a lot longer than I originally intended. If I was working on it more consistently and like didn't get mind blocked, it probably would have been done last year. But I got mind blocked with the intro like really badly until like literally the beginning of this month. And by the beginning of this month, I mean June, by the way, for those of you watching in the future. I'm hoping that people will enjoy it, regardless of it not being, you know, the song that everyone's asking for.
Before you presumably talk about that song, I want to ask you, is there any concrete plans for how exactly, or if the encore songs would be presented in-game?
Okay, that's a good question, actually. I think, because there's been discussions here and there about how we're going to implement the encore songs. My current idea for the encore songs is that, firstly, I want them to be implemented only once they're all complete, so people get the full vision of the encores.
It's just tier 1 through 3, right?
Yes, okay. Because I was not happy with tiers 1 through 3.
Alright.
Because they were, like, I mean, they're like, what, 5 years old now? And they are not properly representative. And by the way, I will not be doing this with every single song I make, because otherwise I'd be here forever.
Sisyphus?
Actual Sisyphean stuff.
Yeah.
But I would want these to be the new default tracks that you hear during like Boss Rush like early tiers, because I think they would enhance the experience considerably from the current versions. Ideally, to have them in the Boss Rush themselves, they would probably be like a config, like how something like VCMM has the alternate Abyss theme toggle, because I know Hydrophobophobia replaced Relay, and there were some people who weren't the happiest about it. I think we left it. Did we leave it in as a toggle?
I think
I think
left
there is a
Relay
config for that, yeah.
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 I was one of those people who loved Relay.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Rover.
God, that song is old as fuck. Like, goddamn. Speaking of Rover, chances are when the Acid Rain inevitably gets its new track, courtesy of Taisky, chances are we'll probably do the same for that. But going back to the encores, how I'm kind of like imagining it in my head right now is the encores will be the defaults in Boss Rush. You'll be able to toggle them via config between the old and new, and the music boxes would probably be obtainable via Shimmer. I think that's like a relatively like reasonable way of implementing them.
Yeah, sounds pretty sensible to me.
I know another option that's been talked about is like
Go for it.
just making them be two alternates to each other, like how the two daytime themes are.
You said that you're not proud of them, though, and that you're like, would be a lot more happy with the encore version, so I assume that you probably would want the encore versions to be the default then?
Yes.
And not have them be alternates?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see when we get there, but like we have a few options.
Of course, it's totally up to CD on what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess we'll address the other elephant in the room when it comes the other song that is the elephant in the room. Been the elephant in the room for like the last 5 years of my life. Exos. So I've not talked about this outside of like CalMain, but I'll just kind of say it here. Exos is not cancelled. It is I'm kind of shelving it for the time being. Working on it has kind of been not the most positive experience, but it's not due to like the community or anything. I know like a lot of people have been waiting for it for a very long time, but as of right now, I do not feel motivated to work on the track due to the current Exos fight being absolute dog shit. And I don't think a fight like that deserves my time and effort.
How the hell Dokuro managed to make as good of themes as he did for the bosses that were as bad as they were.
Oh no, absolutely. I don't know how the fuck he did it.
Yeah, it's genuinely ridiculous.
Dokuro was very like disconnected from the development aspect of Calamity itself, which probably helped a lot with him being A, Dokuro, and also B, like developing these songs in the first place. Because I would not imagine how he would have been able to work on like Old Duke, despite Old Duke being the fat boss.
Yeah.
And he was very disconnected from development, and I remember this even when I was invited into dev. He didn't talk an awful lot in dev.
We've like me and him, we talk now. Like we've been talking.
Yeah.
Like I'll just talk about this briefly. He reached out to me after 22 happened. You're probably like I think everyone listening is probably familiar with what 22 is.
Yeah.
Now.
Just as a reminder, it's when Fatso was stupid and managed to get 22 of the 21 of the developers to quit the mod simultaneously, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think it did end up being 22 actually.
Yeah, I think
Did
it
it?
was 22.
I know Danny left.
Let's just say 20 with only the first two being a significant figure.
Yeah.
Okay.
After 22 happened, he reached out to me just to see if I was doing okay and just like kind of talk to me. I would say we're pretty good friends now. We like talk about stuff we're working on and like whatever we're interested in and all that kind of stuff now. But I never asked him about Calamity.
Just as a reminder, like the number one thing that Dokuro wants from the Calamity community is just to be left alone. He doesn't want your pity, he just wants to be left alone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he does not. He has no interest in interacting further with the community. I know he made that community post after the FabSoul stuff. I mean, honestly, I highly respect him for even bringing himself to do that, considering like how Calamity affected him.
Even Zigums, when I spoke to him after 25, because we were trying to get stuff sorted out on who designed the bosses and all that. Zigums, and I quote, say, thinking about Calamity gives me a headache, unquote. Like,
oh man.
Yeah, so I try and leave Zigums alone. I talked a lot about Zigums in this episode, and again, this is another person that I would say just leave them alone. Both Dokuro and Zigums are wonderful people. They're very creative. Just leave them be. Don't talk about Calamity.
And again, that includes sympathy. They don't want your sympathy. They want to be left alone. Period.
I mentioned I never really talk about Calamity with Dokuro. We've talked about it on like a couple of occasions, but we very rarely talk about it. I personally don't want to bring it up with him. I don't think he would be particularly interested in talking about it with me. It's a difficult subject for him, and it's not something I would particularly want to bother him with.
And I do hope the community has been treating you better than they treated him.
I'd say so, yeah. For what I can tell, it is leagues better than from what I remember, but it's also like a matter of like how I've dealt with it. Dokuro's been quite open. He made like a couple videos like a few years ago at this point, kind of talking about like he very much listened to the vocal minority of the community and kind of succumbed to the pressure as a result. I mean, he made a video, and again, like it's been reiterated, like don't go and bother him about this.
My perspective has kind of been like there's no use crying over spilled milk, which is kind of why I like personally get rather frustrated, at least when I see people in my comment sections or like say stuff like, it's so sad that Dokuro left the project. Like, yes, it is, but like saying that doesn't accomplish anything. We have talented musicians who can make good music. Like, it's not like Calamity can't be good without Dokuro. Like, that's just wrong. Calamity did not need Dokuro in it to survive.
It was definitely a big influence. Like, he was definitely a big influence on the popularity of the mod, because...
Don't get me wrong, he was definitely the reason why Calamity got as big as it did. But, like, it's not like he's, at the moment, 100% necessary. And it's not... like for Calamity to be good.
Yeah, and this is something that I've come to grips to too as well, is the way that Absol took advantage of and benefited off of the accomplishments and talent of other incredibly talented people like Dokuro and Iban and me and and even you, Charlie and Sit. He took for granted all of those things. And at the same time, 22 happened, he just kept pushing them away as well.
Nothing much
And-
changed.
Yeah, we'll see if our new leadership continues to value the people that are
Yeah.
working for him.
I can already tell, say from experience, as someone who was around during the kind of like bottom of the barrel days of like pre-22 and then like post-25, I can already like assure you and also the community that like things are significantly better. Like
Yeah.
it is
Like-
night and day.
Sorry to break up the mood, but I've like built a like hell arena over like half the underworld. Do we want to fight Wall Flesh?
I'm gonna
Good.
cheat in a toilet. Where's the hell hater?
Oh wait, actually, wait. Oh shit, wait. Hold up. Okay, I'm
Wait.
gonna show something funny. I'm gonna show something
What?
funny that we did in Hog Wild. Hold up. You mentioned the word toilet, and I was like, wait a minute. Come to spawn real quick.
I put an Auric Toilet over the the elevator.
Oh wait. Okay.
This is
yeah,
this
that's
is a
legit
running
thing.
joke.
Oh,
Oh god!
Oh.
Yeah. So we made it do. Yeah, we made it do Auric Rebuke in Hog Wild.
I mean, makes sense
know.
after all, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm surprised we didn't make it do that sooner. I kind of like that. I know that was like a massive mood shift, but like.
Sorry,
you-
we were very
Uh,
seriously talking about shit that happened like through 2018 to like what 2025, and
Yeah.
now it's Auric Toilets.
Kind of going back just for a moment. I mentioned recently in kind of like in passing in conversations that I've only ever felt like I was ready. Little 17-year-old 2021 me, like before I even turned 18, was not ready. I was not ready to take up the mantle that had been left behind by Dokuro.
Yeah,
As much as like, you know, this is like younger me probably denied it and would have pressed on anyways. I was not ready at the time, and I'm completely fine with admitting that now. Because I think only in the last year or so have I felt like I am ready as an artist to continue and like pick up where Dokuro left off. It's been going through my mind over the last few months, but I just thought I'd like voice that here, because I don't usually voice it in many places, but I just thought I'd put it here.
I'm proud of you, man.
At least you did get to that point, at least.
Yeah,
I'm
took
so
5
proud of you,
years-
Charlie.
It took 5 years, but I did it.
Well, you're not alone on the team as well, and musicians.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not alone anymore, because, I mean, before 22, I was alone.
yeah,
Now
and that
I've got-
had to have been scary.
Oh no, fucking yeah. Being the only musician on the team for a long time was definitely very stressful.
Besides, I think Aqua or Uber, but I think they both have left, right? So
Yeah, we kind of did like a dev purge earlier this year, like to purge all like the really inactive people that
yeah,
had no vested interest in working on the mod.
Yeah, that was back in like January.
Yes, it was right before Brainstorm, I believe.
yeah. And we say purge as in like not in a negative way. It's just like, hey, these people are inactive, whatever.
These people
Just
have been inactive for an extremely long time. Do they still have any interest in working on the mod? And you know,
If not, okay. It's
Like,
a bit
yeah.
like when I have to occasionally clean up the main server and do the usual, which I haven't done recently.
Pruning, you mean, or
Yeah, pruning,
yes.
which I haven't done a prune in a while, so I should probably do that at some point. Hi, yes,
Yeah.
hello. I'm the person that owns the Calamity Mod Disco. Oh,
we can still fight Wall.
yeah, we can still fight Wall.
No biggie. Ready?
All right.
Yep.
Yep. Throw that guide into the lava. Never mind.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah, you do it then.
Ready?
Oh, sword block.
Hello?
Oh,
Is
sword
the
block.
guide alive?
Okay,
No, he's dead. The guide's dead.
go.
The guide. Yeah.
Oh, he's dead,
the guide
okay.
when we were
Okay,
mentioning
hang
the
on,
Omni
hang
gun.
on. I have come with a solution. It's your
It's called
lucky
cheat
day.
sheet.
There, perfect.
Wait, his ID is 22.
Oh no.
It always comes back to 22.
I guess during this intense battle, this would be the perfect time for product placement. So, Bumblebirb Plushie is now available. How much longer is it available for, actually?
Until the end of the month.
Okay, so yeah, this episode should be out by then. So if you want a piece of Calamity history, there you go. And remember, money supports the Calamity developers to continue doing what they do.
Unfortunately, we have to like take place in the hellish late-stage capitalist world that we live in order to give people money to work on projects like this. So
Maybe I should be more aggressive because I'm just sitting here at full health.
I can't wait till this boss is reworked.
Oh no, yeah. I think I literally like I did some like really crude
Ouch.
doodles of like ow.
Honestly, for the record, I love this boss specifically because like it's a
Shit boss? Okay. Good reason to love it.
okay,
It's a
well,
cha-
yeah,
it's a-
that,
it's
but
a-
also like
it's a-
it's a chase boss.
It's a cool take on a chase fight.
I do think Wall of Flesh is like a very cool idea, but like in practice it just sucks.
Yeah.
Like
I'm thinking of like the Resident Evil wall boss, basically, something like that, or the one from Kirby and the Forgotten Lands.
oh
that one.
yeah, that.
Yeah.
Was it?
If it did something
Back
similar
and
to
forth?
that would be amazing.
Yay!
Yay.
Let's try.
Alright,
hold
okay,
you.
we got them. Alright.
Okay.
Research. Alright,
Yeah, I
so
gave you
now
my
time
data.
for bags for everyone.
Hooray!
Okay, so there's
I got the thank you painting. Ooh, I got the Black Hawk remote immediately. Cool. Is this a good time for me to request Null and D13 for Black Hawk remote upgrade? That would be great.
There's a few weapons I would like to give some upgrades actually. I was thinking about it the other day. Like
We don't
Iron
have a
Blaster.
Star of Providence thing, even though Star of Providence is like always referenced in any Terraria mod so far these days.
Well, thanks for listening to CalCast. A bit shorter than usual, which personally I'm glad for, because that means it doesn't take an eternity for me to edit, and I look forward to being able to actually do these shorter episodes more frequently, since Calamity is going to be having smaller, more frequent updates, meaning we can actually, talk about stuff without taking 6 hours of recording and then 3 hours in the final edit, so glad for that. But thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye!